Hi guys, welcome back to the SKODA Fabia project and sorting out the sills. Today I'm hopefully going to finish them off and respray them, so stay tuned and I'll be back after this short break. It's been nearly about 12 months since I left the sills with red oxide paint on, ready to paint, so it's about time I did it. They're not looking too bad actually, considering, but I think I can make them look better. First of all, I better clean them. Right, now I've got some wet and dry paper, so I need a bit of a block of wood to sand them down. So I'll just do that. Cut a piece of wood about the size of my hand. Rub it down so I can use it. And I'm going to start off with this coarse paper 150 grit. Right, it doesn't seem to be doing much, and it's wearing it all out. Look, that's no good. I've hardly made an impact on that. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to dry it out, and I'm going to use some ordinary paper, and I'm going to use some 80 paper, but do it dry this time. This is actually what I use for decorating. Well, it's the same sort of thing really. Right, it's rubbing it down, but there's a bit of these rust patches that I need to do something else with. I'm going to use a wire brush on a drill. This brush is a bit rogered. I think I might have to get a new one. Here's a new wire brush. That's better. Now I can see what we're looking at. Quite a few rusty bits. So I'm going to treat them. But first I'm going to push all the rusty bits in to the body a little bit. So then I can treat them with rust inhibitor. And then I can fill over the top. And hopefully it'll keep the rust at bay for quite a long time. And yes, I know guys, I should really replace the whole sills with new ones. But that's a much bigger job, and most of you guys won't be doing that. They'll be doing this, which over the years I've found quite effective. But it's a while since I did it, so I've probably forgotten how to do it. So here we are. If I put a straight edge up, you can just see that I've just dented in all the little rusty bits. So now I can treat it. Just do a little bit more. And here's the treatment I'm going to use, which is pretty good stuff. Genelite rust converter. Daub a lot of that on. And it'll start to turn purple. showing you that it's working. Yeah, it's starting to work now. So I'll let all that dry out. So here's that very front edge there. Look, there's put a bit of filler in there. That'll be nice. Here's the filler I'm going to use. Straightforward multi-purpose body filler. Nothing special. So you just mix a bit up with a bit of hardener. You don't want much hardener. Mix all that together and then apply it. Basically daub it on or put it on where you think you need it. The more you put on, the more you're going to have to take off. But you're likely to do this a few times. Right, I'll have to wait till that cures and goes hard. So I'm off in for a cup of tea. Now it's all hard, I can sand it down using 80 paper again. Get most of the thick stuff off. And because I'm using a flat piece of wood, I should have it nice and flush. And here's what it looks like after I've sanded it. One or two little bits to do still, so I'm going to mask it up now. Before I put some more filler on, I'm going to spray it with grey primer to start with. Here it is. This is the make that I'm using. Always wear a mask, of course. Bob says I should have worn a mask. Right, I'm going to let that dry first. Still a few little holes and indentations, etc. There's a bit of spray going underneath, which I don't want, so I think I'll mask that up as well. And another cup of tea while it's drying. Another sand. Clean it off. I'm doing this all dry, by the way. A bit more filler. Sand that off again. Spray it again. And let that dry. Now the wind's got up and I'm going to use some 400 paper this time, which is a bit finer as we're getting closer to it. Whatever it is. Starting to look better now. Still one or two little holes, I'll fill them and spray them again. And basically you keep repeating this process until you're happy with it. Right, I'm happy with it now. So now I'm going to go on to the actual colour. This colour has been made up to the colour code from the car, which you can order online from various companies. How good it is, I don't know, because I've never tried this brand before. I'm by no means an expert at this. I'm probably doing it all wrong. But I guess the idea is to apply thin coats and then build it up nice and evenly. I seem to be doing it in spurts, which I don't think is the way to do it. I think you're supposed to do longer runs, but my way is a bit more controllable. You might get some splatter, I think, by doing it like this. But at least it's down here at the sill, which you can't really see that much. I'm sure it'll be good enough for me. Right, let that dry. I actually give it 2 coats of this. Now I want to take this bit off where the wing is, because I'm going to feather it in. So I just to sort of clean that edge up a little bit. There's a little bit of spray there. So now I've waited after about an hour. I'm going to put a clear coat on this. So I'm going to leave that to dry in the sun now. I think I might apply another coat, and on the can it says it dries within 10 or 20 minutes. So in the end I applied 3 coats, which built up a nice lustre, which I was happy with. I can take all the masking tape off now. I'm not sure if that's long enough. It has been drying in the sun. And here's the finished result. There is what looks like tape glue residue left just here. I have to do something about that. But overall it's not too bad. There is 1 or 2 imperfections. So I think next time I'll just take a little bit more time, a bit more care with some finer sandpaper. It's blended in nicely to the wing. That's worked out quite well actually. So overall I'm quite happy. There's just this little tape mark that bothers me, which after all wasn't tape, it was actually the undercoat poking through. So I think I should have moved my tape before I put the colour coat on to stop that. So I could have done that better. I did rub it down a bit here, which looks a bit better. Just on one bit, it disappears towards the rear. So I'll leave it with you guys to make up your mind whether it's any good or not. Anyway, this is the overall effect, which I'm quite happy with really. I've still got the other side to do, so I think I'll do an improved version on that side. Anyway, that's all for now. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give us a thumbs up, it really helps out with the channel. And I'll see you on the next video. And as always, thank you for watching.